Why in such a rush, Dolores?
You caught me off guard, Detective. I had some very pressing matters I forgot in this godforsaken house, and I come home with a gun pointed at me.
Oh, this? It's just some insurance, in case something else you deny happens to me.
Whatever could you be implying?
Cute. I know everything, sweetheart, so cut the act.
I don't know anything, Bruce. Please believe me. I'm in danger, and the very person who's supposed to be protecting me is here holding a gun on me.
Is this how you tricked your husband? Give him sweet words and then strike him when he's at your beck and call?
My husband was brutally attacked. How dare you accuse me of killing him?
Then tell me the truth. No more lies, no more games. If I hear one lie out of you, I'll put you in so fast you won't even realize you were in handcuffs.
Very well. If you want to hear the truth, then you have to hear it from the very beginning. I met Frederick at the La Grande Hotel. It was a beautiful little spot. The water sparkled, and I was just enjoying the sun, hoping to bathe in it for a little while. When he saw me, he was infatuated with me. He couldn't keep his eyes off me. It seemed like the only way he could get my attention was to cause a little accident, influence fate just slightly. He was a gorgeous man, so I didn't mind. We spent days together, falling deeper and closer in love. He took me on lavish dates, made me feel like a complete princess. It was wonderful. Moonlit talks, candles, roses, gifts. It was a fairy tale. But soon to my realization, he was becoming slightly possessive. I quickly realized that Frederick had hired guards to keep me away from the world. I felt trapped in my own house. He said it was from our own protection, but I didn't know if I could believe him. Despite his possessiveness, I loved him.
Boris!
One day
Boris, where are
we
you?
had a horrible fight. I don't remember what it was about,
Boris!
but he was yelling on about something
There you are.
awful.
Hi.
Where's my money?
What are you talking about?
Where is my money?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
need my money.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You trying to play dumb?
Honey, sit down.
I'm not gonna sit down.
Honey,
I want my money.
sit down.
I want my money.
Relax.
I'm not gonna relax. I need my money.
Fine.
But like I said, we loved each other. He said it would all be better if I could say the magic words. And he dropped down on one knee, brought out the biggest ring I've ever seen.
I need you to sign this.
I accepted his proposal instantly. The night after our union, we were home, about to leave for our honeymoon. He told me he had some brief business to take care of. It had been an hour, and we were meant to catch a train to a small town in Mexico. I went up to his study in search of him, and I found him. on the couch, slumped over, with a bullet in his head. They must have used one of those muffles for guns, because one second he was there, and the next second he was dead. That's the whole truth, Detective. I just hate being in the house where he was murdered. Why must you torture me so?
The whole truth, huh?
Yes, nothing but.
Funny, because I thought you'd started with your real name. Abigail. Or is it Charlotte? Rebecca? Lynn? Guess it doesn't matter much so, because I've come up with some history of some very rich, very dead husbands within the last 10 years. And they all have two things in common. Can you guess what they are? I bet you can, sweetheart.
I already told you I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, don't be like that. You know as well as I do that all 7 victims were left with the lipstick print on their left cheek. And that same color, too.
You said that there were 2 things, Detective.
They all had a missing wife. Well, all except for Freddy Boy here. So, I have a question, sweetheart. Why'd you change it up this time? Why don't you just leave like you usually do?
Well, aren't you clever? You want a prize? Reg, Alex, help!
You must be talking about your bodyguards. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean your brothers. I'll admit, your brothers gave me a run for my money, but they're cozying up behind bars as we speak. Dolores Fredrickson, you're under arrest for the murder of Frederick Fredrickson. Shouldn't have done that, sweetheart.